I wasn't much of a carbon plated shoe guy, and then I put this on my feet. It's the Adidas Adizero Adios Pro. What is happening, everybody? My name is Brian. Thanks for checking this out. This is going to be a quick and short review of the Adidas Adizero Adios Pro. I got a 10-mile tempo time trial run in this shoe this weekend, and so I wanted to give you an update as I got tons of direct messages on this shoe and ask me how I felt about it, what my thoughts were. And so I just want to give you a quick recap. If you are looking for a super detailed, what was the stack height, how much does it weigh, this is not the video for you. If you are wanting a runner that just got done putting in a race effort in these shoes, 10 miles, getting ready for a half marathon PR attempt, this is the video for you. So a little backstory. This is only the second carbon plated race shoe I have ever ran in. The first one was actually the Endorphin Pro, and I really enjoyed that shoe, but man, let me tell you, when I got this shoe and I put it on my foot just to walk around the house prior to this time trial, I was so impressed with just how this shoe felt underfoot, and that is really what we're going to talk about in this time trial, or in this video. So as we look at what the workout was, it was a 10-mile at goal half marathon pace, which for me is going to be shooting between 5:45 and 5:55 per mile for a 13.1, and I was able to get this in a 10 mile on a fairly flat course, only about 121 feet of elevation and about 90 feet of elevation loss in this time trial. The awesome part about what you're going to hear in this is I ran in dry conditions for about 2 miles, damp condition for about 5 miles, and then the rest of it was in a pretty much torrential downpour, as you'll see from the footage from the run. And so this shoe really got put through the paces as far as different types of terrain that it ran on. And to sum it up in one word, fast. I am not surprised why there's world records falling because of this shoe. And there's 3 main reasons why I absolutely love this shoe, and that is what I'm going to go over. Number 1, the comfort. When I put on the Endorphin Pro, it felt comfortable, but man, it was really more sock-like than I like in a shoe. Again, this could totally be because of my foot, and I will run in those shoes again, and I do like those shoes, but to me, this shoe was so much more comfortable from the upper standpoint. I don't know if it's the type of mesh that they're using, whether it is the way that the lacing worked on my particular foot, but when I locked this shoe up and even just put in the 1.5 mile warm up to get to where I was going to start, the comfort of this shoe was unlike anything else. And even though it was my first run in these shoes and I was really going after, okay, remember how all this stuff is feeling, remember how this shoe is feeling, remember the bounce, the toe off, everything about it, I forgot about the shoe a lot because the comfort of it and the speed of this shoe was just so phenomenal. And so number 1, for a racing marathon shoe, this shoe is incredibly comfortable. More so than I could say for the Endorphin Pro that I put on. Number 2 is the difference in the carbon plate, and I'm not sure if you can see it as I'm holding it here, and I'm going to do a close-up shot for you of this, but as you guys have probably looked at with the technology that Adidas put out, it's more of like a carbon fingers that are underneath the forefoot that line up with your metatarsals. And for me, I felt the spring in this shoe in particular from Adidas than I had in the other carbon plated shoes that I put on. And I don't know if this has to do with the technology that they're putting in there, but as I went through my run cycle and run gait, and especially on the forefoot landing and the toe off and press, I felt more spring in these shoes than any other shoe that I've put on my foot. And that could be due to the high stack height, it could be to the Lightning Strike Pro. I am not sure what it is, but for me, that toe off and that push gave more energy return than any other shoe that I put on. So that is number 2. So 1, comfort. Number 2 is that toe off, or that carbon plate in there. Number 3 is actually that toe off. So the Saucony Endorphin Pro always talks about that speed roll technology. They have it in their Shift, they have it in their Speed, and they have it in their Pro. And you can really feel it in that shoe. You feel that like rocking and rolling motion that you can get. Another shoe that has that type of feel is the Asics Glide Ride, which I absolutely love. The Glide Ride, the Evo Ride, same thing. So I'm not knocking it. I love those shoes. But for me, this felt more natural when I was hitting that 545, 550, 553 pace in that time trial, and that's what I'm looking for. I don't want something when I get into a race that's gonna feel unnatural to me, to be able to have to think about it from a mental capacity standpoint. As I talked about, I forgot this shoe was on my foot, and then when I remembered that I had this on, you felt that energy return. I think that that's the important part. So that land on the forefoot in the toe off when you're running sub 6 minute pace in my time trial event was something that I strongly held close and love about the shoe, which I'm not sure if other carbon plated shoes have that, but that is what I loved about this shoe in particular, especially because racing on my forefoot. So again, we'll go the 3 things that why I love this shoe and why I will be using this as my race shoe, and I'm really excited to see what Adidas does with this shoe moving forward. But I will keep buying iteration 1 no matter what, because I absolutely love this shoe. It is the comfort, it is the technology with those carbon fingers that they have underneath it, and it is the toe off in these shoes that this will be my race shoe for 2021. Trying to break that 115 in the half marathon and break that 240 in the marathon. If you have any questions, let me know. Quick synopsis just from a runner on what I feel. If you want to reach out, feel free to shoot a direct message, shoot me an email. Thanks you guys, have a great day, and look forward to seeing your training.